Hi, my name is David Langford, and I'm the Director of Athletics here at Fairleigh Dickinson University on the Metropolitan Campus, and this is our March newsletter. The men's and women's track and field teams competed in the Northeast Conference Championships in February. The women's team finished in 7th place, the men's team finished in 9th place, and the highlights of the weekend where Cameron Walker Shepard won the pole vault with a school record vault of 15 feet 9.5 inches. It also tied the Northeast Conference record, and it put Cameron in the EC, qualified him for the IC4A championships. On the women's side, Megan Patterson won the 800 meters. It's the second time in the last 2 years that Megan won the 800-meter championship. She won last spring in the outdoor championships, and so I know she's very excited. Her time and performance qualified her for the ECAC championships. Cameron went to the IC4As, unfortunately did not fare well, but Megan did extremely well. She dropped her personal record time 6 seconds in the 800 meters, so she's very excited, and it looks like she's on target to have a great spring. Women's basketball qualified for the Northeast Conference basketball tournament. They were the number 8 seed facing St. Francis of Pennsylvania, a school that they played tough throughout the year. They lost to St. Francis, PA earlier in the season by 3 points in overtime. They beat St. Francis at home the week and a half before the tournament. They played well in the tournament, and unfortunately, again, St. Francis won, but it was an exciting year for women's basketball. Mariah Laurie was named first team all-conference, and Danielle Pankey was named to the all-rookie team. And so it bodes well for the future for women's basketball. Men's basketball, down the stretch, picked up a win and finished the season with 5 wins. While it was a disappointing season on the court, it's been a very an interesting and positive season off the court. The young men grew and developed as individuals. They learned how to play team ball, played much better team defense down the stretch than teams had in the past couple of years, and we think we finally laid a foundation that we can build upon for the future. The bowling team continues to roll. As we talked about last month, they were named the number 1 team in the nation in the most recent 10-pin coaches poll. They won the Delaware Invitational, and then they came back to New Jersey and hosted the ECAC championships, which they won. And this past weekend, they played the 3rd and final of the Northeast Conference series games and finished the season as regular season NEC champions. They're getting ready to go down to Tennessee for the Music City Championships, and then to get ready to host the Northeast Conference Championships. And all things look good for bowling. The fencing team has had an up and down February, but finished this past weekend at the NIFWA Championships, where they finished strong, and the epee team finished in 6th place. The baseball team currently is sitting with 3 wins and 2 losses. First time in more than a decade that we've opened up with a winning season. They opened up at Maryland Eastern Shore, where they lost the first game of the series in a doubleheader, came back and won the second game, and then won the third game, and then came back home and they beat St. Peter's and had an unfortunate loss earlier, and now they're sitting at 3-2. The highlight of the season so far is Nick Melchiori is 2-0, and also in the second game of the Maryland Eastern Shore game, Nick hit the game-winning run in the top of the 9th inning. The team is playing much better defense. They're giving up fewer walks. They're making fewer errors, and they're clearly playing a much better brand of baseball. We're looking to have them finally play in their revised and brand new stadium. Currently, the stadium is still under construction. All indications are by the end of the month, we should be playing on the baseball field. The softball team is also winning. They're currently 5-2. They've had two really good weekends where they've been competitive. Their pitching is also better. They're also committing less errors. They're also doing a much better job of playing good, solid, fundamental softball. So those two sports are looking very well. The tennis team has been playing very challenging competition. While their record isn't as positive in terms of wins and losses, what's most exciting is the fact that they're playing competitive tennis against much better funded programs. And all indications are that both the men's team and the women's team will be in the hunt for the Northeast Conference Championship. The golf team hasn't competed yet. They're getting ready to go away for spring break and looking for opportunities to play under the sun in some warmth and get their games off the ground. They've been practicing both in the Rothman Center and at the driving range. They haven't yet been able to get on courses, but Coach Warren assures me that they're making progress and they're chomping at the bit, ready to go. The track teams are transitioning now from indoor to outdoor and also looking ready to go south. They're going to be traveling to Wake Forest for the Wake Forest Invitational, and Coach Lee is excited about the prospects. We're getting some of our young people some really good experience in anticipation for a much more competitive outdoor NEC championship. To alumni, parents, and friends of our athletic department, you should be very, very proud of our student athletes. We talked last month about the high quality academic program that our young people are involved in, the fact that they're very competitive in the classroom and do well in the classroom. You should also know that they're doing well as leaders on campus. The highlight is that Michelle Halsworth Hogan was just named the Pinnacle winner for this campus. For those of you who are not affiliated with Fairleigh, that means that she's going to have the opportunity to be the valedictory speaker at commencement in June. It's the highest honor that we can give an undergraduate on our campus. Michelle is a scholar athlete as well as a three-time NEC Golfer of the Year, and she's just a gem to be around. Other highlights are the fact that, as I mentioned before, the baseball field is being done. We're currently investigating the possibility of redoing our tennis courts, and we're also looking at the continuation of the baseball project, adding bleachers and lights and so forth.